Okay, so we discovered this abandoned mine in the prior episode, and this all began with being on the other side of that valley down there, and we're going, hey, let's see if we can get up to this mountain. Even though we're not looking at the top of it, we've at least gotten to a point where we can begin our ascent. So when we were at the end of the sand wash with the bike, we come across this, I'll try and zoom in a little bit on it, come in this abandoned road. And this abandoned road took us where we're at now. Hey everybody, Escondido here, and we have got the mine that's abandoned behind us that we discovered. Beautiful day today. We got some wind up here, but we're gonna see what this mine is hiding. Let's go take a look. In front of an abandoned mine. And this wood is just original. This has been here for a long time, folks. And you could see we've got the steel plates that they put on top of the wood support. So they would have like a cart or a truck right here that would go back and forth over on this area. And here's another extra piece of steel right there that they were using. They had something here. This support is probably a motor or something mechanized, and this is the shaft here. Don't want to get too far down in there, but it goes pretty good. There's the top. It looks like they've excavated and did some exploration over here on the top, and they discovered that this is wherever they were looking for. This is what it was. Here, I'll give this thing a kick. This is pretty. This ain't going anywhere. They could probably step down. Boy, look at these nails. They got some big nails in here. And come in a little bit on it. Boy, these timbers, they just... A lot of wear on these timbers, a lot of sun. Look at that. And they even got a little shelter there, little like entrance. This ain't going anywhere, it's pretty solid. I can zoom in down there. There's no gold laying on the ground, I can tell you that much. Yeah, I'm gonna... But wow, talk about a find. You got some a lot of woodwork to keep this thing supported, and they had to get all these materials back here. So I'm gonna get the light out. I'm going to maybe just kind of keep it here on my pant legs. Got some, looks like some big boulders there. That's going to be interesting when we zoom in to see how deep we can see this thing without going in there. Here in the junkyard, look at this. We've got So they actually had glass on something. Looks like a frame with some glass on it. And here's another little can of something. Oh man, they already ate it. What do we got here? Está? I don't know, 619 or something. Cigarettes, tobacco, who knows? So I'm leaving this place and I'm going, you know, just looking at the detail that they did on the embankment with the rocks. These guys or women had a lot of, they were pretty proud of their little mine. It's pretty organized and well kept, you know? Anyway, I was thinking, where do they throw away their trash? And I was putting my helmet on and discovered that they've got the beginning of the junk pile right here. You can see the mine that we left back there on the top right of your screen. Actually, top left of your screen. So let's turn the camera around and go see what's down here. I first thought it was a hot water heater, but it looks like it's the actual bucket that they used in order to pull the dirt and the ore or the valuables out of that mine. You can see they enforced it with some wire around it, and then we've got super strong cable, so you know it'll take the weight. But yeah, looks like somebody's made a nest in there in the meantime. So it's a good little house, pretty strong. He's got the strongest house on the mountain. But interesting little find. So let's find a spot to get out of the sand wash, because we got cattle in the sand wash. Come on, baby. Get it. Okay, we need some place a little bit flat and about right here. This looks pretty good coming up. Hey, my adventurers, we are at the base of the mountain. Just parked the motorcycle, got a change of clothes, and we're going to start the first stage, and it's going to be right up there. That's going to be our first stage, going up those rocks, and then we will cut across the ridge over to the top of the mountain. We're getting there. Let's put it in gear, let the clutch out. There's our peak. That is our next stage up there. But nice to be on some flat land, some flat dirt for a bit. Feeling kind of tired, but I've got salt pills in case the head gets a little queasy or kind of dreamy like. But got plenty of water with me. Got 3 liters. So let's continue. We're going up this peak right here, and it looks like we've got to drop down in order to get to the final peak. That is the final peak over there on the other side of that valley. That is our destination for today. And great view out there today. A lot of greenery up here. Got some butterflies flying around. Beautiful. Hey folks, we got the peak behind us and we have arrived at the last saddleback. Can I move this? Right down in there. And we are on our way to the summit.
You know, it's really humbling to keep looking at this monolith from the valley below when it seems so much bigger than I. It makes me feel small. It makes me feel way too small to climb the big thing. The interesting thing about making this episode is that I really had no idea if I was actually going to make it or we were actually going to make it. I even had an extra camera battery just in case I had to turn around. Put the battery in the camera and turn it on and say, well, my adventures will go and try this for another day. We couldn't do it today. It's the journey that brings us to the end. The end is a way of saying goodbye to the journey. We made it to the top, adventures, but it's the journey. It's all in the journey. Hey folks, to keep the adventure going, hit the subscribe button, then saddle up, get on your boots, and get ready for our next adventure.
Well, folks, it was a really good day today. We discovered the abandoned mine. We got up to the top of the mountain. Up there on the mountain, a lot of butterflies. Surprising how many butterflies were up there. Also, the quail was like that. It's pretty big for quail up there. But I don't think there's anybody hunting. And saw a bighorn sheep. It took off pretty quick. It went down the hill. It didn't want to take any selfie with me. So that wraps up the episode. It was good hanging out, and hope you come back for more. Anyway, I'm Escondido, and thank you for watching.